Top 20 places to visit in Spain is what we're talking about in today's video. Link to the original videos down in the description below. If you like the commentary and discussion to here on my channel, consider subscribing. Let's check out Spain.
What's up, guys? My name is Ryan, and I spent the last few years exploring the wonderful country of Spain, and I want to show you my favorite places. So here's my Spain top 20.
Wow. Such a beautiful, beautiful scenery. Like,
Spain has to be one of my all-time favorite countries. It's home to some of the world's most stunning landscapes, intriguing history, and pure Mediterranean vibes. I've been to Spain 3 times now, and I just can't get enough of this country. Let's start this video off at possibly
all this looks like a movie. That's all I got to say. Also, I feel like this has been in 007. Am I the only one that thinks that?
my favorite island in the world, Mallorca. When you think of a Mediterranean paradise, this is it. Mallorca is home to crystal clear water, windy roads, and some of the world's best cliff jumping spots. When I started solo traveling, this was the first place I went to, so it will forever have a special place in my heart. One of my favorite places in Mallorca is Cala Varquez. Now, to get to Cala Varquez, you can walk down this long.
So, question, is this even like a good first place to go? I mean, this guy obviously saying this is his first place that he went, which is why he loves it. But if I was a first-time traveler, solo traveler at least, would this even be a recommendation for that?
Dirt road and make it down to the beach. Now, you're going to be blown away by the beauty of this place. I mean, it literally has everything from sandy beaches to prime cliff jumping spots. The combination of white limestone, green vegetation, and crystal blue water makes for one of the most beautiful places I've ever been. Now, when I was there, I did one of the biggest cliff jumps of my life, and I gained off this massive 60-foot arch. I mean, it was so freaking terrifying, but to this day, it's one of my all-time favorite childhood memories. Another cool thing I did is me and my brother, we found these underwater caves, and we swam through them. I mean, I couldn't believe how clear this water was. It's my dream playground, and I can't recommend it enough. Now, on the other side of my...
Wow. I'll be honest. I've been missing the ocean. I live here in Washington, so Seattle. I mean, the water's too cold to really be swimming in. And even then, there's too many orcas and sea lions and all that jazz, so you can't really be swimming out there.
Mallorca, you can visit the famous road to Sa Calobra. Now, coming from the US, I'm used to wide roads and highways, so this blew my mind. Roads in Europe tend to be pretty skinny, but this was by far the most crazy road I've ever drove on. It was full of hairpin turns and loops that wind down the mountain. The surrounding area is absolutely gorgeous.
You know what's crazy? As an American, and if you've been following my channel long enough, I actually like driving a lot. And it's funny because as we've been learning about other countries and talking about like, oh, what if I lived there? Or what if, like, what's the difference between being a tourist and then living there? And repeatedly over and over again, I keep thinking that I could drive there. And it's funny because everyone says, you might think that, but you trust us, you're going to be wrong. You're not going to be able to drive there. Seems like, am I in the same position here again where I'm like, guys, that seems really cool. I would love to drive that. And then you guys are gonna be like, no, it seems cool, but you can't drive here pretty regularly. So, man, I don't know. It's funny because Americans hate driving so much. A lot of Americans do, but I love it. And yeah, it just feels like if I ever lived anywhere else, I would definitely have to give up driving, which I don't know if I'll miss it. I feel like I would.
I mean, just had massive mountains that lead down to the sea. I believe a lot of car commercials are filmed here, and I totally understand why. I found a really cool lookout point to get a view of the road. When I was driving down it, I was just pretty terrified. There were some spots that only had enough room for one car. Now, you can take the road down to the bottom and visit Torrent de Paris.
Oh, wow.
This awesome beach between these two cliffs. I had just a good time chilling. I was just amazed by all the sailboats that were just vibing in the bay there. When I was there, I wish I would have stayed for sunset because I hear it's just incredible on that side of the island. Anyways, I can't recommend Mallorca enough. It's just an amazing place. Alright, so after Mallorca, we're going to go ahead to the Atlantic Ocean to visit the volcanic Canary Islands. Now, located off the coast of northwestern Africa, Canary Islands are home to some of the world's most unique landscapes. You might as well call them the Hawaiian Islands of Europe because that's what they remind me of.
That's such a bold statement, but okay. Okay, all right. I have a lot of Hawaiian friends, okay? I would never say this in front of them. But maybe, I don't know. I might just do it just to see what they say. I might show them this part of the video to see what they say. I don't know. That's just so funny. But maybe I haven't visited, so I haven't visited this, so I definitely won't know.
Biggest and most populated island on the archipelago is called Tenerife. Now, it looks
Wow.
like the prime location to film the next Jurassic Park film. I mean, it's just so crazy out there. One of the craziest places in Tenerife is the cliffs of Los Gigantes. They are these massive sheer cliff walls that rise 800 meters out of the ocean. I mean, I felt like I was going to see a flying dinosaur soaring over those cliffs. You can go venture to the windy roads of the Masca Gorge.
Just imagine, like, think about it. Like, people were traveling back in the day across these islands and probably mapping them. And they were just doing this all by foot and horses, maybe some wagons. Crazy. Crazy to think how far we come along. Wow.
Or you can explore the incredible seaside views at Playa Benhijo. I seriously just can't get over how beautiful this place is. Now, you can also head over to the nearby island of Fuerteventura. Being the second largest of the Canary Islands, Fuerteventura also offers some jaw-dropping landscapes. The Playa de Cofete is an incredible isolated beach with a backdrop of desolate mountains. One of my favorite places is the Parque Natural de Corralejo. It's home to a pristine area that has sand dunes that go right up to the ocean. I mean, just how freaking cool is that? Fuerteventura is such a unique location. Aside from Tenerife and Fuerteventura, the Canary Islands are also home to islands such as Lanzarote and Gran Canaria. Canaries are a place that I haven't visited yet, but you best believe I'm going there as soon as I can. After, we're going to head to northern.
That's so crazy. And if you follow my channel long enough, which I hope you guys subscribe, I feel like I'm saying this every video now, but I love just kind of exploring nature, doing more of the rural type stuff. So I will do the city stuff. Like I've said, I think it's only fair that I do that because, you know, you got to get the best of both worlds when you're there. If you have the opportunity to, obviously, but I love the scenery. I love just sitting out here, you know, sitting on the beach, reading a book, not even reading a book, just taking it in, sipping some wine and eating some food, like doing a little picnic. You know what I mean? Nah, just kidding. What the fuck does that even mean? I don't know.
Spain. Now, northern Spain is such a stunning
Whoa.
region. It's full of green scenery, huge mountains, and an incredible coastline.
Montañas.
Now, one of the most impressive cities in northern Spain is Bilbao. Bilbao is a beautiful port city filled with stunning architecture and history. One of the crowning features of the city is the Guggenheim Museum. It's one of the most unique buildings I've ever seen. Now, just an hour's drive from Bilbao, you can visit the islet of Gaztelugatxe. Now, the first church was built on the island all the way back in the 10th century. If you visit, you'll have to walk up a narrow path of more than 200 stairs. Now, you may recognize this island from Game of Thrones as
of course. I was like, there's something about this island.
Dragonstone. I mean, it's just such an epic location. Hope y'all can check out. After, we're going to head over to the nearby mountains of Picos de Europa. Now, located in northern Spain lies these crazy mountains that remind me a lot of the Dolomites. This is just another place that I haven't been yet, and I just want to go so freaking bad. One of the most crazy and impressive places is Naranjo de Bulnes. Now, it's this massive rock tower that shoots straight out of the mountain. I mean, just so freaking epic. I mean,
is it accessible though? Is any of that really accessible? Can you like, I guess it'd be kind of dangerous if you get in a helicopter, go that way. I don't know. Actually, you know what? I don't even know why I'm asking that. Even if I could, I wouldn't. I'd be so terrified. I'd get so dizzy up there.
Can't believe it. The highest point in Picos de Europa is Torre de Cerrero at an elevation of 2,650 meters. If you want to get lost in the mountains for a few days, you'll have to add Picos de Europa to your Spain travel list. After, we're going to visit the famous city of Barcelona. Now, when you think of Spain, this is what you probably imagine. Barcelona is home to incredible architecture.
The Miami of Spain. Is that true?
Mediterranean beaches and an energetic vibe all around. The most iconic attraction in Barcelona is La Sagrada Familia. It's this Roman Catholic minor basilica that began construction.
I've seen this before. Now, I haven't been to Spain, but I've seen this before, and it still makes my jaw drop every time.
Construction over 138 years ago, and it still isn't finished. It's anticipated that construction will be finished in 2026, but who knows? All I know is one of the most unique buildings in the world, and I still can't get my head around that it's been construction since 1882. After Barcelona, we're going to head over to the nearby mountains of Montserrat. Now, it's just a quick hour train ride or drive from Barcelona, making it a perfect day trip. Now, Montserrat is really cool because it has these really unique mountains that give a view of all of Catalonia. Now, when you get there, you can go take a cable car up to the Abbey of Montserrat, which is a mountain monastery that offers some incredible views. Now, there's a ton of hiking trails that
Oh wow, that's awesome. Look at that.
lead you to a religious relic around the mountains. Definitely do some hikes once you're up there. I mean, it's just such a unique location, and you know me, I like my rocks. And it's
Is it okay? This might sound like a terrible question because I've been losing weight. I've been working out, which I've been posting on Instagram. You should check it out there. Link in the description. But is there food along these trails? Like, is there any like unique little spots that I should check out when I go to these places?
place has a bunch of them. After, we're going to
Let me know in the comments. I read them.
visit the city of Zaragoza, now located about 3 hours drive from Barcelona. Zaragoza is the 5th most populated city in Spain with a population of around 700,000. One of the most impressive features of the city is the Cathedral Basilica of
700,000. That's not a lot for a city, like a big city. How big is Spain? Am I just so jaded by America? How many people are in small ass cities in America? Am I just so worn down to think like having that many people in small cities is normal? Maybe it's not. Maybe we have too many people in small areas. We need to spread out. Maybe that's what's going on here.
Our Lady of the Pillar. It's believed that St. James was preaching the gospel in Spain around 40 AD when the Mother of God appeared to him on the banks of the river here and instructed him to build a church in her honor. Soon after, a little church was built, but this massive church you see today began construction in 1681 and took nearly 300 years to finish. I mean, I just can't believe how massive it is. Now, while we're still on
That's pretty big, to be honest.
the topic of St. James, we're going to head to northwestern Spain to visit Santiago de Compostela. Now, what's really cool about this city is it's the location of the shrine of the apostle St. James. Now, since the
I've seen that. I've seen that. Oh, what's my dog doing?
9th century, there has been a Catholic pilgrimage route named the Camino de Santiago, or in English, the Way of St. James. During the Middle Ages, it was one of the most important Christian pilgrimages to do. The beginning of the pilgrimage begins at one's home and ends at the shrine. The route passes through some stunning towns such as Logrono or Astorga. A lot of people will walk it, or you can also cycle it. I mean, it would just be such a fun trek to make one day. Now afterwards, we're going to head over to the capital of Spain, Madrid. Now located in the center of the country, Madrid is a beautiful
Dang. What a way to make your buildings. Interesting.
modern city. The Plaza Mayor is a great place to visit and experience the heart of Madrid. The Royal Palace is another incredible spot. It's the official residence of the Spanish royal family, and it's the biggest palace in all of Europe. I just can't believe how big it is. After Madrid,
Which is crazy. It's funny that the sign says refugees welcomed. This video is kind of a couple years old. And we're seeing now, at least a lot of videos are coming out now that these places are just filled with scammers, trash, garbage, dirty, not safe. So I wonder if it's still true. Let me know in the comments.
we're going to head over to visit the nearby Alcázar de Segovia, now located in central Spain, about an hour's drive from Madrid. I have to say this is one of Spain's most dramatic castles. It has a very distinct
Oh, I want to see castles so bad. I want to stay in a castle. Is it weird that I want to live in it? Like, not live in it. I just want to stay in it for a little bit, like 1 or 2 days, couple days. Is there like a hotel or something I can, or like I hate saying Airbnb, but like somewhere I can rent a room, like a castle for like, not the whole thing, just a room.
shape that resembles the bow of a ship. The castle
But it has to be authentic. Like I want to be able to have the authentic castle experience for a couple days. Just because and you know what? I'll even wear. I'm gonna dress up like I would live there. In the time period. That's how bad I want to experience what it felt like to be in the castles. Like I understand back then was probably not a great time. Like it was like a cool time to be alive, but at the same time probably not. You know, I'm just saying. Like I don't know. I find this era or these eras very interesting.
was built in the 12th century as a fortress, but served as a royal palace, prison, and military academy throughout the years. Today, it's a museum and one of Spain's most unique castles. After exploring the castle, we're going to visit nearby Toledo, located about 70 kilometers south of Madrid. Toledo is a stunning ancient city, perfectly placed on a hill. It's known as the city of three cultures due to its influences from Christians, Muslims, and Jews. The history of Toledo is fascinating and complex. It was taken over by the Moors for several centuries until it was conquered in the 11th century by the Castilians. Today, the city has a population around 80,000. One of the most impressive is the Alcazar de Toledo. It was once used as a Roman palace and then it was eventually restored in the 16th century. Another amazing city in Spain is Cordoba. It's home to more World Heritage sites than anywhere in the world, with 4. One of the
You hear about Cordova all the time in everything.
coolest features of the city is the Mosque Cathedral of Cordoba. It's regarded as the most accomplished monument of Moorish architecture. It was finished in 746 AD and it was converted to a Christian church in the 16th century. Another one of my favorite cities in Spain is Ronda. It's just a 2 hours drive from Cordoba and it's home to one of the
Dang, all these. I guess I never realized how small Spain is. Everything's so close.
most scenic bridges I've ever seen, called Puente Nuevo. It was built in the 18th century to cross the El Tajo Gorge. It stands 120 meters over the canyon floor. I just can't get over the architecture.
That's beautiful.
Of arches. What a beautiful spot.
Yeah.
Now, from Ronda, we're going to make the 2 hours drive to Granada. Now, located at the base of the Sierra Nevada mountains, Granada is an elegant Spanish city. The crowning feature of Granada is the Alhambra. It's a fortified Moorish palace that was completed in 1354. The interior of this palace is stunning.
Wow.
A pillared courtyard. I mean, I totally understand why it's one of the most renowned Islamic buildings in Europe. After Granada, we're going to head over to Seville. Now,
Dang. I'll be honest. I really am so tired of American like architecture. Everything's so like, is it brutalist? What is the official term for American architecture nowadays? It's like, is it postmodern or whatever? I don't like this modern aesthetic, like this industrial modern. Like, and it's only like this that America wasn't always like that. It's because all these tech companies have influence on everything, and like all these employees, these people that worked in tech have finally infiltrated all different sectors of industries and construction and everything, and then like the style reflects that, and it's like the we one of the negative side effects of having such a technologically advanced country is that our architecture is suffering because of that. And man, like it's not even like, I hate it. I just hate it. I hate the architecture that America has right now.
as the capital of the Andalusia region in Spain, Seville is a very historic city where flamenco dancing was born. The Cathedral of Seville will blow your mind.
Oh, I've seen this one too. Beautiful.
It's one of the largest churches in the world, and it's the world's largest Gothic church.
Yes, and that's why I'll be honest. It's probably one of the biggest things I want to visit. And I probably will visit Spain. Reason why is because I'm a sucker for Gothic architecture, and I just think that
Your mind. It's one
when it comes to Gothic architecture, there's one of like, I'm not an architect, but I do know enough about Gothic architecture. I find it really interesting that this is one of the few, I don't know, few maybe, I don't know, one of the architecture types that you have the ability to tell so many different stories with the same architecture style. You can be menacing, you can be protective, you can be like, there's so many different approaches you can take with the exact same style, and it still be, the continuity will be the same to another building that's nearby. Does that make sense? And so I've really loved this type of style. Also, like the whole mythos that came from that style, your werewolves, your vampires, all that stuff. So, or at least some form of it, right? It's just so cool to see these buildings.
of the largest churches in the world, and it's the world's largest Gothic church. Another impressive site in the city includes the Plaza de España. It's a beautiful place that's the perfect combination of Baroque, Renaissance, and Moorish architecture. Afterwards, we're going to visit the nearby port city of Cadiz, now located on Spain's southern coast, about an hour's drive from
Wow.
Seville. Cadiz is one of the oldest continuously inhabited cities in Europe, as it was founded by the Phoenicians over 3,000 years ago, and I just just think it's such a beautiful city with its white buildings as they're placed perfectly on the narrow strip of land. Now after Cadiz, we're going to head over to
Well, you know what's crazy? Isn't Saudi Arabia trying to build something like this? Over
Phoenicians over 3,000 years ago, and I just think it's such a
I don't know what
beautiful
part of it, but
city with its white buildings as they're placed perfectly
like this little strip that they're doing right here reminds me of exactly what they're trying to do over there. They're trying to like artificially build it, which would be crazy if this is what they're mimicking.
on the narrow strip of land. Now after Cadiz,
Saudi Arabia just has too much money. I don't know what to tell you.
we're going to head over to the energetic city of Valencia. Now, being Spain's third most populous city, Valencia is full of culture and history. It's located on Spain's southeastern coast. One of the most impressive attractions
Whoa, what is this? The Avengers live here or what?
in Valencia is the city of arts and sciences. I mean, it's one of the most unique modern architectural structures that I've ever seen.
Didn't they film a movie here? Is it Elysium with Mark Wahlberg? I'm pretty sure this looks exactly like it.
Construction began in 1996 and it was inaugurated 9 years later. It was estimated that construction cost almost $1 billion. But anyways, you can go paddleboard on the water.
That's actually not that bad. For all this? For $1 billion? It's not bad. We have we're building, what are we building? They're just talking about it just not too long ago. There's a small ass stadium they're trying to, not a small stadium, but a stadium they're trying to build, and it's like 4 billion. So, and it's definitely smaller than this, I think.
Or you can go watch a film in the IMAX theater there. I mean, the surrounding Science Museum Park is
They got an IMAX theater in there? Dude.
also a beautiful place to walk around and enjoy the beauty of Valencia. All right, so for my last location, we're gonna head over to the wild island of Ibiza. Now, while Ibiza is known for crazy nightlife and party city, it also has some of the world's best beaches and cliff jumping. Me and my brother decided to go to Ibiza for Halloween because why not? Anyways, we spent the first few days exploring the island, and honestly, I was pretty disappointed because I couldn't find any really cool cliff jump spots. But on our last day, when we had just a few hours before our plane was about to take off, and we found this secluded cove, we hiked down and made sure the water was deep enough, and we found this perfect cliff, and I threw some jumps off, and then my brother did a wild double backflip off the cliff. One of my favorite places on Ibiza is this island called
Is it weird that I'm not really, I guess, I don't know. I guess I've seen too much on Ibiza that I don't really care for it. Is that weird? Maybe like a controversial take? Or maybe it was better back then. I don't know. I'm not really excited for Ibiza.
Isla de Esvedra. It's this rugged, uninhabited island that shoots over 400 meters straight out of the
That's so
ocean.
cool.
Now, there's a lot of myths and legends about Esvedra, and some claim that it's the third most magnetic place in the world. I'm not sure if that's true. I just know that it's one of the most beautiful islands I've ever seen.
What are boats and planes crashing into it all the time? Is that what they're saying? That's scary. That's kind of scary.
You can rent a boat and go cruise around the island looking for some epic cliff jump spots, or just enjoy the beauty of this limestone island. Next time I'm in Ibiza, I'm going to make sure to go check out Esvedra and see if the myths and legends are true. Whether you want to go to Ibiza for cliff jumping or just partying with Kaigo, it's one of the most entertaining places to visit. Well, that is it for my Spain top 20. Let me know where your favorite place is in Spain in the comments below. I also started a relaxation channel where I post hour-long films with calming music.
That's kind of crazy. Interesting. Well, let me know what you think in the comments. Was I too harsh? I think I was pretty fair. I think I'm really excited for a lot of these spots. Now, this list specifically, I hadn't watched beforehand, but a lot of it's kind of to my taste. I like more trails. I like more views. I like experiencing nature more. So this all feels really perfect for me. Let me know what you think in the comments. Should I do more big cities instead? Or if you feel like a lot of these are overrated, let me know. Anyway, check it out on the next one. Bye-bye. This video is brought to you actually by viewers like you. Thank you so much for subscribing and being part of my journey and allowing me to be a part of yours. Let's create new memories this 2025 on our road to 1 million subscribers. And with all that jazz out of the way, I just want to say thank you so much. I love y'all and enjoy the video.